People, how are we? Hope we're all doing well. Everything's okay. After the forgive me, hood's up. It's staying up. Wanted to go on to do my little roundup of the KSI Tommy Fury boxing event, right? Start with the undercards. It was all a bit naff. Chased them all. Was robbed. Bigger robbery than the KSI one, right? But chased them all, won. Somehow at Temple Arts. Whatever. The tag team, it's a good one. That I do like it. I was skeptical, but no, I do like tag team boxing. That was all right. Moving on to, we'll do Dean the Great, Wally Sharks. I thought Wally was going to win. After that first fight, I even watched it back and I thought, he just got caught with a big hand, didn't he? If it doesn't do that, he'll win. But Dean the Great round one didn't go his way, but he quickly sort of learned, switched on, and then from there it was all one-way traffic. And he just never recovered from that first punch, really, if I'm honest with you. What a fight. Probably the most technical fight, the best actual boxing fight of the night. Closely followed by the next one, Slim versus Salt Papi. Wow, again, so I think Slim was winning I think Slim was losing the fight. I think Salt Papi was winning the fight throughout. He just kept getting, I think he's used to having these one punch, knockouts, like power, which obviously losing all that weight, when you lose a lot of weight, you lose a lot of power. And I think losing a lot of weight made him lose a lot of power, and he thought he still had it. Maybe he wanted to prove he still had it. And he kept getting caught in these close exchanges with Slim. And you were just thinking, it's only a matter of time. If he keeps getting caught like this, it's only a matter of time, because he's winning the fight, but Slim looks more dangerous. And as time went on, obviously Slim landed the punch. I think he was losing the fight. I think he would have lost the fight if it went to points, but he landed the punch and he won the fight. And Salt Papi just couldn't recover. Good fight. Entertaining. I watch it back again. Entertaining. I also wonder if that camp was more about losing weight than boxing for Salt. And that makes me wonder, now he's at this weight, with more training, more time, longer to adapt, he's got to come back better. Do you know what I mean? So there's that. We'll go on to Dylan Dennis and Logan Paul next. What an embarrassment of a human being Dylan Dennis is. You can't spend all that time online talking shit about somebody's wife or fiance, talking all this shit, the big I am and all this, and you get in the ring and don't even throw a punch. And then he comes out the ring and on Twitter all of today, giving it large about how he couldn't get knocked out and all this, I'm not a boxer. Don't try and take the moral high ground like some sort of victory. You've massively played this fight, or massively sold this fight, right? And didn't deliver. You sold this fight massively. Credit where credit's due. But then you should have a keyboard warrior. You stepped in the ring and didn't do anything. I almost feel like robbed. Massive fight, most anticipated fight, people's fight, all this. Didn't even throw a punch. Come on. What a joke. And to round it off, Tommy Fury KSI, look, Misfits isn't real boxing. You know what I mean? And it just never is going to be real boxing. It's entertainment. And in terms of entertainment, in terms of the production, in terms of how well put together it was, very, very good. 10 out of 10, right? Really amazing production, well put together. The hosts were good. Commentators weren't fantastic, but the hosts were good. Like I said, the fights, in terms of the actual, the matchmaking, and like I said, the tag teams and stuff were good. But the actual quality of fight, you're never going to get professional boxing standards unless they really start to make the crossover boxing more crossover and bring in more pros like Vidal, which isn't going to happen, right? Not anytime soon, anyway. So the fight wasn't very good. It was a bit of a snooze fest, I guess is what people are calling it. They were hugging up. There's no denying that. But you go into the fight, right, and I'm thinking, round one, KSI for me. Just quite easily, quite comfortably, in fact. Round two, for me also, was definitely KSI. I think he was round 1 and 2. Then you take the point off, and it's also KSI. But even if you had Tommy winning the round, getting hit in the back of the head and then getting a point deducted, hitting someone in the back of the head and then getting a point deducted plays a factor into the round. If you're then winning the round, it's going to become, even if you're winning the round, it becomes a lot harder to win because you've made illegal blows and had a point deducted. How do you then win that round? It was a very, it wasn't very, decently close round. I think KSI won it. It was a decently close round. But even if you had Tommy Fury winning it, after he gets a point deducted and throws illegal blows, that's a KSI round now because he's fucked it up. Round 3, pretty 50-50. From then on out, whatever, 50-50 rounds. I gave more to KSI, but whatever. I had 4th KSI, but 3-3, whatever. Point deduction, KSI wins the bout. At best, Tommy Fury draws. I don't know how KSI did not get that. And I think everyone online, bar the people that don't like KSI, or the boxing purists that want to not like misfits, or Fury's pro boxer and all this, anyone that's either a neutral or is just not a biased human being goes for KSI, right? Tommy Fury meat riders went for Tommy Fury, and boxing purists went for Tommy Fury. The ones that hate this, and all YouTubers and all the rest of it, went for Tommy Fury. And the people who hate KSI went for Tommy Fury. The large majority, including pro boxers, including professional people, the CEO of the Zone, Eddie Hearn, Tommy Fury's own dad, both, Shane and Tyson Fury, his brothers, all thought KSI won the fight. Jake Paul comes out initially and says, KSI's won the fight. Logan thought, everybody thought KSI won that fight. And now it's a unanimous decision to Tommy. And it's things like that, when you got that many eyeballs on the sport, because whether you like it or not, that gets a lot of attention. A lot of people are watching that. And you got that many people watching it, and you get I don't want to say corrupt, because it was a close fight. I've seen some serious robberies. The Hrgovic Zhang fight was quite an upsetting one in my opinion. Off the top of my head, I think Dempsey McKee. I can't off the top of my head think of any rolling away, but that's what definitely one. There have been some. What I'm trying to get at is there have been some big robberies, and you're thinking the commission needs to bring these judges in front of them, hold a trial, and they need to be held accountable, because that is so clearly just corrupt robbery, daylight robbery, not even close. How have you given it a draw or the person? And they haven't been overturned. So this one won't be, because it wasn't a whitewash. I could have seen it going as a draw. I was watching it, I thought, I think KSI's won, but I'd accept the draw. Somehow Tommy Fury gets it, but it wasn't like a whitewash is what I'm trying to say. It wasn't an out and out pasting. It was a close fight. It is obvious to see who won. It's not like one of those ones where it's just clearly not even close. It's just, and then it's still the other way. And I've seen those and they haven't been overturned, so this one won't be. That's what I'm trying to say. And that's a shame, because you've got so many eyeballs on the sport, so many people watching, millions, right? Millions watching, that spent good money. And you've got people, and most of these people aren't boxing purists. The boxing purists aren't watching this. They don't, Tommy Fury's a shit boxer. Let's have it right. KSI and Jake Paul, novices who haven't been boxing for that long, have both nearly beaten him. So they're not watching it. You got the KSI fans, you got Logan fans, all this. They're the ones tuning in. And now you go and do something like that, something massively controversial. That wasn't quite a robbery, right? But it wasn't the Tommy win. And it's going to turn so many people off. That's it. So many people now are going to be like, I'm done now. I can't be bothered. Because what's the point when somebody who clearly wins and works that hard just gets stolen because of the Fury name, because he's the pro boxer? You know what I mean? And it's gonna ruin it for getting the eyeballs. Everyone goes, oh, this gets eyeballs on the sport. It does. And when you see the ugly side of boxing, you realise why it's a dying sport, in my opinion. I love it. I love the game. And I do it. I do think it's amazing. But that's why you say you never leave it to the judges. And that shouldn't be a thing, right? You shouldn't be saying, oh, you're saying it in football now, referees are a joke. It shouldn't be a thing where people say, oh, you never leave it to the judges. That shouldn't be people's thought process. People should be knowing that if it goes to points, they're going to win because they're the better boxer who outbox them. Not, oh, I shouldn't leave it to the judges because they can't do their fucking job properly. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I'm trying to say? When I learn something, I'm going to teach myself because you shouldn't leave it to the teachers. Well, no. Don't leave it to the judges because they're only going to rob you of it. Well, then don't have the, you know what I mean? Those judges need to be sorted out. And this is where boxing needs to sort itself out because you've got so many issues with it, and that's a different video. But it's just screwed itself over now because you've got so many people that are tuning in and watching it, and that's it. You know what I mean? And they're going to be just like, no, I'm done now. I don't want it. So I also think KSI, even if, you know, a draw at worst, was a hell of a lot closer than Jake Paul. And if KSI got a knockdown, again, he wins it. It was a hell of a lot closer than Jake Paul. And Tommy Fury coming out after, he had everything. It was on his own, Tommy Fury coming out after, he had everything. It was on his own promotion. Tommy Fury had everything bar the promotion. It was in Tommy's home ground, right? Tommy got the weight he wanted. Tommy got no rehydration clause, which he wanted. It was all Tommy's favour, and he still couldn't put it to bed. You know, I trained way harder for you than I did Jake. Best training camp, I'm in the best shape, you're getting the best version of me. Comes after, yeah, it wasn't the best. The bloke just pisses me off, right? Just a joke, but I hope you never see him again. That's it now with Tommy. Just get him fucked off. He's made his money. Get him out of here. He's robbed. Oh, it's just annoying, isn't it? But where from here? I don't want to see the rematch because I think he's already beaten him, right? And I just don't really care. It's definitely there, and both Jake and KSI should chase it because they can both clearly beat him. But I don't want to see it. Get Jake and KSI in a ring. Let's end it. I know Misfits has signed a 5-year deal, so I don't know where from there. But let's end this big one, right? It's been going on for years. I'm going to leave it there, people. All right? Thank you very much for tuning in. Take care of yourselves, all right? Cheers for watching, guys. Like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. You know how YouTube works. Peace.